Okay, so today we're going to be looking at some advanced air dribble techniques. Some of them are super helpful if you can master them, and others are just really cool. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to share a tip for you that will help you get more consistent at air dribbling, so stick around for that. Okay, on to the video. The first advanced technique is the reverse air dribble. This is really useful as a way to reposition your car if you get away from the ball. It also helps you move the ball more drastically than if you left your car upright. People like to say air dribbling is pointless, and to some extent I'd agree with them, but this is where practicing air dribbles can actually help you gain more car control. The hard thing about flying upside down is that all of your controls are switched. I've got a video about this and why you need to learn how to fly in different ways, so check that out. Okay, the second technique is the tornado spin. This is definitely one of the more difficult moves we're going to be talking about, but it's actually super helpful once you get it down. And I don't think anybody's really ever talked about how this applies to air dribbling. I first noticed this when I was watching FLuuMP doing the air dribble 1v1 on Johnny Boy's stream. On about half of his air dribbles, or maybe even more, FLuuMP does what is called a tornado spin off the wall to get his first touch. This move gets him to the ball quickly, but it doesn't hit the ball away from him, because it sort of scoops the ball. Now, if you don't know how to do the tornado spin, I've linked a couple of videos in the description that go over it. This looks super complicated, and obviously most of us don't have as good a car control as FLuuMP. But once you try it a few times, it's honestly not that hard. Okay, number 3, air dribbling in car cam. I recommend this for everyone. This isn't just cool. This is how most good air dribblers do it, and you probably should too. The air dribble you're watching is a good example. Yeah, Fluffy managed to take the ball around 3 defenders, but he couldn't see where he was flying, and he couldn't see where he was in relation to what was in front of him. I usually switch to car cam as I near the ball or right after I start to air dribble. As with dribbling on the ground, you'll have more precision in car cam. It's kind of hard at first, but once you get used to it, you can see why it's superior to trying to air dribble in ball cam. Okay, the fourth technique is the fake air dribble. One thing air dribbling does is get the defenders off of the ground. So one way to throw people off is to fake the air dribble and just kind of fall with the ball. You can also follow behind the ball to block anyone who tries to hit the ball. This gives you the option to pinch the ball on the ground or do a quick power shot when it lands. The last advanced technique is the air dribble to ceiling pinch. And what you want to do is slowly push the ball upwards and then pinch it on the ceiling. This is really difficult, so just try to work on it, but this is really just more for show. Okay, so I want to give you 2 tips that are really helpful. The first thing is to practice air dribbles in slow-mo. So go into an exhibition and change some of the mutators so that you have slow motion on. And that's really the only one I change. I also just give myself unlimited boost, but I don't like to give myself more powerful boost or anything like that. Just do slow-mo and unlimited boost. This is a great way to practice air dribbling and really practice any skill. It'll feel much easier after you do this for like 10-15 minutes. Okay, the second tip is really important. Keep your eye on the ball. I know that seems obvious, but this is true of every sport. Almost all failed air dribbles start with the first touch on the wall. I found when I have a bad air dribble, it's because I'm thinking too much about the actual air dribble and not focusing on the setup. If you get the setup right, the rest is actually pretty easy. The hard part is just getting the ball heading in the right direction, because there's that awkward transition where your car goes from being flat on the ground to being sideways on the wall that causes us often to hit the ball weirdly. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions or if you have any thoughts, or maybe some advanced techniques that you know of that I didn't mention. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thanks for watching.